Hi, I'm David Wright, and the topic of the night is cyberbullying. Okay, I would like to start out with a recording of a 911 call that went through about a year ago. And basically how it reads is, I'm sorry, please don't kill me. You know, I just want to go home. The teen told the man that just shot him. The man called 911. He told the dispatcher the teen was currently wounded and that he was concealed pistol holder. Okay, listening to that, the average listener would kind of sympathize with the boy who was shot. Okay, who would you think should go to jail? The person shooting. Okay, but in this case, the boy and his friends were riding down the street, and they saw a man waiting with his daughter to get on the bus. They decided to get out of the car and assault the man. The man happened to be a pistol holder and ended up shooting the boy. Okay, this is a game that is spreading over the internet like a wildfire. Pretty much kids are assaulting random bystanders for no reason at all. They don't want any money, they don't want any gain out of it, just doing it for the fun of it, and they're filming it. Okay, basically it's whoever can post the most videos and get their 5 seconds of fame is the winner. And in this case, this boy ended up being the biggest loser because he had a bullet in his back. Okay. What is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying comes in many forms. It's usually done on the internet and social media sites where kids would poke fun at other kids and would lead to very bad things. Effects of cyberbullying would be anger, depression, suicide. All these things come from cyberbullying, and it has been going on for years now. Okay? Behind me, you'll see a list of kids who died in the past month due to cyberbullying. Okay? Now, this is not all just suicides. It's suicides, murders, and things like that. But it's all stemming from conflicts on social media sites. So something must be done about this. I'm sure you would agree. All right? Now, kids spend about 7.5 hours online, according to CNN. That number has gone up. That is 10 times what they did in the past 20 years. Okay, kids spend all of their day online, and it's not doing anything productive. It's mainly being on social media sites and seeing what other kids are doing or seeing what the newest celebrity is doing, things like that. Now, being in another child's face all that time creates conflicts. You can disagree on something and now create a conflict that will spill over to the next day. And a lot of times it ends really badly with a kid being hurt, or some kids even hurting themselves because of embarrassment, depression, things like that. We're going to talk about this. These are the effects of cyberbullying. Alright, now the violence among our youth has grown exponentially. Now more kids are ending up in jail, and it's mostly due to social media related activities. Police in Chicago, police in Chicago reported that there's 27 occurrences, or they opened up 27 cases due to videos put online that are linked to violence, basing at on the internet through social media, and that's according to USA Today. Sites like World Star Hip Hop and Facebook has been basically the medium for these to get out. Okay, so Facebook allows you to upload videos, which kids are using to upload fights, to pull rank with other kids and things like that, but it's promoting violence in our community. World Star Hip Hop is also another site that's very popular among most kids. On USA Today, they show reports of kids screaming out World Star Hip Hop while fights are about to occur. It's who can catch it on camera first, and it's really bringing down our community because most of our kids are ending up in jail rather than in school. Okay. Also on Facebook and things like that, it's not just violence. Kids also, in a moment, they feel secure at home, where they could, they feel like they're hiding behind the security of a home. But when something is on the internet, there's no way you can take it back. Kids post pictures of themselves, and some even post pictures of each other that they've gotten in the moment of insecurity and things like that, and post pictures like that on the internet, and these can never be taken back. And it's also available to anybody who has access to the internet. Okay, so this is leading to a lot of the problems we're having now. There was a case in Chicago where a girl opened up to a man, opened up to another boy, and exposed her body to him. He posted those pictures online, and she ended up killing herself. She was on the list we had earlier. So you see the severity of our situation. there has to be a solution to this. There has to be some way that we can combat this cyberbullying and this perverseness on the internet, right, amongst our kids. And CNN has proposed that we attack these sites that are being that gateway to all of this violence and all that perverseness. They've singled out World Star Hip Hop being the first. And I would say it is the most prominent of the bunch. Okay, they are proposing that we shut down that site because pretty much all it promotes is sex, drugs, and violence. Okay, they are also proposing new laws that would make sites like Facebook, Twitter more accountable for what happens as a result of their website. If kids are killed because of Facebook and Twitter, don't you feel that they should have some kind of responsibility in that person dying? Okay, and that was on CNN.com. Also, we need to get our parents more involved in our kids' lives. If kids can be on the internet for 7.5 hours out of one day, shouldn't we know what they're doing on the internet? That's more than we see them in a day. That's more time than they spend in school in a day. We should know what they are doing on the internet and what we can do to prevent things like this from happening. Okay, most parents, exactly 70% of them admitted that they don't know what their child is doing online. Okay, and in most cases, when violence occurs, parents are clueless. They didn't know that their child had any conflicts occurring, and that's because they don't know what their child is doing with almost half of their day. Right. And the last step will probably be kids also making a difference, realizing that this is not the way. You know, that you don't want to take down that road. That you would have to get engaged in something else. You know, extracurricular activities like sports, things like that. Other ways to get rid of all that tension and stuff like that, and get rid of that energy rather than being on the internet all day. In conclusion, we are realizing that violence, perverseness, sex, drugs is now taking over our kids' minds. As a country, we're falling behind. Kids are spending half of their day on the internet rather than in school and learning, and as a country, we're feeling it. Okay, these kids are our future. They're the future of America, and we need to invest in them. And investing in them also counts as protecting them, and from something they love, maybe now, but in the end, they would appreciate it because they will be protected against from death, suicide, anger, and things like that. Okay. So how we can limit that is by blocking these sites, going after World Star Hip Hop, just as CNN proposed, and going after Facebook and making them more accountable for the things that are resulting from their websites. Also, we can get our parents more involved. Our parents can get into kids' life and know what they're doing for that 7.5 hours of their day, you know, and see that it's something productive rather than just being on Facebook or being on the media websites. And lastly, we can direct that energy somewhere else, towards sports or something else. Get them out of the house and get them off of the computers. Okay, and that's all. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed.